lot of loop room. He's going to try to beat him with short punches.
There have been countless unforgettable moments in boxing history.
And then he nailed him right
But every once in a while, two fighters step into the ring to create something far greater than they could ever imagine.
That was a terrific shot. Yes, more. Another one.
And three more. And this is big stuff from George Groves.
There are fights that pushed limits and became part of history, leaving a lasting influence that continues to captivate audiences across generations.
Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko took it, but Joshua's going for a big left hand.
Here are some of the greatest boxing fights of all time. Manny Pacquiao was already a 7-division world champion and considered the pound-for-pound king when he faced Antonio Margarito. Pacquiao seemed too good for the lower divisions and continued to move up, taking on increasingly bigger challenges. Pacquiao had tried to fight Floyd Mayweather Jr. twice, but both attempts fell through, leading him to face Margarito instead for the WBC light middleweight belt. The dangerous Margarito was a 3-time welterweight champion who was significantly bigger than Pacquiao. The size difference was highlighted on Fight Night, with Margarito nearly 20 pounds heavier than Pacquiao, with a significant height and reach advantage. Despite the size difference, Pacquiao used his blazing speed and relentless attack to establish dominance early.
I see the size difference.
You see was Antonio Margarito standing in the middle of the ring and boxing with Manny Pacquiao.
Intelligent fighter.
Exclusively jabs in the first round.
Margarito has shown a good jab, especially early in the round.
This fight, as I see right here.
Right there.
This is why when you asked me,
The first 3 rounds, Margarito's jab.
The bigger man kept coming forward, but Pacquiao darts in and out with quick combinations, setting the tone for the rest of the fight.
Hit the corner there, then moves away. Now his back is against the ropes. Margarito the action. Pacquiao hits him flush with a big left hand because the guy ain't there. You know, that's good. Pacquiao does it all the time.
he's got to be, but I hope he's in great shape.
I think you're looking at indeed. And Pacquiao's beginning to land. The first moment that Margarito actually made it look for a moment.
By the middle rounds, the damage caused by Pacquiao's relentless assaults had become visible as Margarito's right eye began to swell. But the tough Margarito kept coming forward despite absorbing a great deal of punishment.
Against the ropes. This is Pacquiao's nightmare.
Power, everything. Ring generalship here. Unbelievable. I see it possibly going to 12-round decision only because of
Unanimous decision, and there'd be a lot of nervous moments in it.
He's never stopped fighting his fight in spite of a frightful...
Man, he may have the edge, but it's going to be a hard fight.
Okay, so don't let him go away, Tony.
The punch is a little better than a smaller guy, but a regular 140-pounder, I think Manny would have knocked out.
At this point.
And as I said, that Pacquiao landed some great hooks.
15 pounds bigger than himself. Touching him up, it was done. Pacquiao said, leave it there. I want to use it as a target. That's a... What a show.
In the later rounds, Pacquiao eased off as he knew he already had the fight in the bag. He even pleaded with the referee to stop the fight to save Margarito from further damage.
No head movement at all. The referee, there's no head movement.
Pacquiao looking towards the ref, asking him to stop the fight at this point, it looks to me. Landed a shot, looked towards Coles.
He again looks at Cole.
I think
How much punishment do you want him to take?
The fight went the distance, but it was a shutout victory for Pacquiao, who won his 8th division world title.
Stage here, he's out, being out-punched, but the referee has to wait a few more seconds before he stops.
Manuel, he's rearranging Margarito's face. And
if the referee stopped, there wouldn't be any complaint, but I just don't think
the time. It's hard to say because he's fighting such different guys.
While the victory cemented Pacquiao's legacy as one of the greatest fighters of all time, it shortened Margarito's career due to the extensive damage. Carl Terrell Froch defended his unified super middleweight title against George Groves in one of the most intense British rivalries in recent years. Froch unified the super middleweight division by defeating Mikkel Kessler to add the WBA title to his IBF belt. As a seasoned veteran, Froch was considered one of the best fighters pound for pound with a solid resume. Groves, on the other hand, was an upcoming contender who became the mandatory challenger after knocking out Noe Gonzalez Alcoba in his last fight.
Terry O'Connor looks closely. Is he ready to go? No, he isn't. He's stopped. He's all over. Groves has a big win.
Though Groves was unbeaten in 19 fights, he had never faced anyone on the level of Froch. The buildup was intense as both men traded words, with Groves promising to take the fight to Froch.
Groves even more impressed now.
True to his words, Groves came strong and dropped Froch in the opening round.
Struggling with the range and the
Right hand. George Groves, timing perfect. Froch on the floor. What a shock.
Groves built on his momentum in the second round, using his superior speed to hurt Froch, who struggled to find his rhythm.
Taking his time, not rushing it.
the power. Oh, he's done it again. All the strain, all the tension.
Said just don't do anything stupid, get through. But he keeps getting caught by these right hands.
The following rounds were more of the same. Groves continued to dictate the pace, outboxing Froch, who had his own moments of success.
Looking a little bit clumsy, but he's not paused with the jab.
Good body shot. Nice right hook from Groves. He is hitting Froch so clean so often.
He's a flex.
Oh, the double jab. And now he needs that guidance and support.
When you're leading,
Terrific. Absolutely terrific again from Groves.
However, Groves appeared to have an answer for whatever the champion dished out.
He's daring him to come in, and this time Froch does take the bait.
he's trying to make it his kind of fight.
Takes it away. Carl just can't get any rhythm. This is not the tip of that. Can make a big, big difference. The mind games have been
The
working.
strength in Froch. There, the right hand, terrific right hand again.
He felt it, Jim, he felt it.
That was a terrific shot. There's more, another one.
Another one, and three more. And this is big stuff from George Groves. Missed that time. Froch on him, trying to sustain the assault. And George Groves dropped his gloves and said, come on.
He's got your breath back.
Well, things are getting
So
desperate.
relaxed. Just picking his times, doing it.
All credit to George Groves for that.
Froch is
Standing.
just...
Well, how much more of this? Getting the body.
Coming into the 8th round, Groves was leading comfortably on the cards. However, Froch began to find his mark with more precision, breaking Groves down with his relentless pressure.
Far behind, you would think. There he is again, and he's shaking him up again, and Groves is in a bit of trouble now. And very quick to tie him up, but Froch getting free, and Froch starting to...
Well, this is another round at the moment, it seems.
Sends the spray in, but then look at the response from Froch, and more in round 8. Groves tags him again with one of those right hands over the top.
Times when Groves is actually out for this round, which was close. Is turning back Groves.
In the 9th round, Groves was shaken by a powerful shot.
Of his own, and Groves has wobbled. Groves is in big trouble now.
Once Froch smelled blood, he went for the kill, forcing the referee to stop the fight while Groves was still standing.
I think Froch needs to finish it here.
He really does.
Groves
Groves is in trouble. He's taken another one and another, and Howard Foster has stopped it. Wow, that is going to be controversial. Groves is disgusted. Groves is furious, and there's going to be some controversy here.
The decision was met with immediate, widespread controversy, leading to an immediate rematch.
Touch goes now from our fighting at the bell.
Froch left no doubt this time as he knocked Groves out in the 8th round.
Digs in deep, sucks it up, and gets him. Wow, right hand straight Groves. It's waved off already. Charlie Fish saw enough. What a shot! You will not see a more explosive finish than that.
Ending his legendary career with a big victory.
Super middleweight champion of the world.
After giving boxing fans 2 instant classics, Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward met for the 3rd time in an epic trilogy. The rivalry between the two started 13 months earlier when they met for the first time on May 18, 2002. Both men threw caution to the wind during their first meeting and pounded away at each other. Ward claimed the victory in a bout that has been acclaimed as the fight of the century. The two met again 6 months later in another grueling battle of attrition where Gotti claimed the decision victory. So it was only natural that fans wanted to see a third meeting, and they got it on June 7th, 2003. Gotti came out fighting behind a sharp jab while using his incredible footwork to control the distance and the pace in the early going.
Larry Merchant said you do one thing for 18 years and now you think Ward is living up to his pledge to try to move side to side. Ward blocking the right to the... And now Arturo Gatti, something to use as a beacon to help him beat the demons.
At a certain distance, start punching more.
Ward landed a little counter right hand, but it's mostly Gatti. Right hand flush.
20 years old. You would not believe that he's been in those great wars that he's been in.
He says his party habits and his nightlife between fights help to result in fights.
After a dominant first 3 rounds, Gotti hurt his hand in the fourth, allowing Ward to regain control.
Jim, I gotta tell you, this ring is huge. Beautifully gets up double, triple shots before Mickey Ward can counter. Nice job by Earl Ward. This is a terrific referee.
In trouble and getting pummeled by Mickey Ward.
It was a body punch started this.
Left, 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 left. There's a right hand by Gatti, and he grimaces in pain.
And this is the wrong fight to have anything with.
Gatti coming back, using the left hand.
Do it in boxing. The whole team is Gatti.
Arturo Gatti showing great courage. 5 straight left hooks. 7 left hooks. He mixed in 1 right hand. How do you even let it go? And even the greatest of cutmen in his corner, he was cut.
Ward closed the 6th round with a knockdown.
From balance.
But Gotti was saved by the bell.
The bell sounded and round 6 has come to a close.
Then, in round 7, both men produced one of the most electric rounds in boxing, with each fighter taking turns landing power punches.
Trading shots at the center of the ring. This is very good for Ward. Harold, how do you have it so far?
57-56. 4-6 just made this fight winnable for Mickey Ward. God darn it, you gotta give him an extra point because it was a clean
Gatti with the right hand. Hurt him badly. And here comes Arturo trying to fight his way off the ring.
There it is again.
More chances to counter over it with the right. And he's taking advantage. So both fighters bleeding from the left eye.
He's turning into the Red Sea.
Look at Arturo firing.
More so for pound punches.
His 7th round, yes, reminiscent of the 9th round in the first fight.
And no championships involved.
This is another incredible fight.
The two men continued to slug it out until the final bell.
As Ward gets close to him, which he making it in a toe-to-toe exchange, where you have to have both hands.
It's definitely the great toughness and resilience of these two fighters. Qualities
Rebuilt his career and rebuilt himself as a fighter. That after the adversity, Mickey Ward's gonna unload the kitchen. Find out everything he's got left.
Gatti is about to go down
against each other. Boardwalk Hall.
Gotti ultimately won via a unanimous decision. Though there were no titles on the line, both men fought as if their lives were on the line. The fight was named the 2003 Ring Magazine Fight of the Year, and it was the last career fight for Mickey Ward. Gotti continued fighting and won a world title in his second-weight division before his untimely demise in 2009. In this all-Mexican battle, Orlando Salido challenged Francisco Vargas for the WBC Super Featherweight title. Salido was a former two-time featherweight champion who was remembered for his 2 upset knockout victories over Juan Manuel Lopez.
One big shot away from being no more is he undefeated, and Salido has pulled it off.
He was coming off a failed attempt to recapture the WBO belt. He lost to Roman Martinez.
And the new WBO Junior Lightweight Champion of the World.
On the other hand was Vargas, a 2008 Mexican Olympian who was unbeaten in 24 fights. He became the champion after dethroning the tough Takashi Miura in an epic battle.
Possible round of the year brewing here. And Cody Weeks is going to stop it. And Vargas has an upset win.
That was selected as the fight of the year in 2015. Both men were known brawlers, and fans expected nothing short of pure action. After a cautious start, the action burst into life as both men threw punches with reckless abandon.
Fights in 2015 for Salido against Mata, a draw. And I thought he won that fight handily. Fighters also Cicero Ramirez, the Mexican. There's a fight coming up. 2 fighters filling each other out of the first round. Francisco Vargas went to the 2008 Olympics. You to be like, okay, I'll watch this again. And right now, Bandido's coming out. Gets caught with the left. He's going to get banged up, but that forehead is going to clash with his face. Of a Yaqui warrior, a fighter, a guerrero, they say in Spanish. Yaqui. But he came from nothing. Literally nothing. He had another fighter who had to steal to eat as they teamed up. Good. Why wait? Final seconds of the second round. This is time between Phoenix and Sonora, right across the Arizona border. Division that Salido has faced. No, but Vargas was put into the right fighters to his game. Good upper from Vargas. Quick left, good right from Vargas. Answering back is...
Vargas tried to fight behind his jab and control the action from a distance, but Salido forced him into a wall.
He's not shy about hitting the waistband or even staying low. Vargas answers back in kind, beautiful uppercuts, hooks, and crosses. And I'm just thinking to myself, dude, shut up with your BS cynicism and enjoy the fight.
I'm trying to give it to you.
Vargas is such a volume puncher, and he's so crafty with his punch selection, he cannot evade them all.
When you do an interview with him, you don't know if he's happy, if he's sad, he's just stoic, like right there. The Olympics with him in 2000, who actually knows Stevie Salido because they're from the same area. Oh, this is fun. If you're a fight fan, you're getting your money's worth right now. Oh, big right from Salido. In nature. Continues on with Vargas.
Salido is wrong.
Oh, another uppercut from Vargas. He takes a big shot from Bandido Vargas. In the corner is Salido. Overhand right. Another one from Vargas. Vargas is trying to unload here. And Salido is right there with him. Taking the shot, absorbing it.
Vargas up 4 rounds to 2. You see him take the fight to the rugged veteran. And that's winning them over. I think maybe there were some guys who came in here chanting Salido, Salido that are now chanting Bandido, Bandido.
By the middle rounds, the fight had turned into a bloody affair, with neither man willing to let up.
Fighter, you turn pro at 15, 16 years old. It was a headbutt.
There's been 12 rounds of action compressed into the last 7 rounds.
Shot from Salido, overhand right from Salido. The Yaqui Indian coming on strong. Oh, big right. Yeah, here with 30 seconds left here. Serious Salido coming off a strong round. Doug, how do you have it going into this one?
I've got it even.
Serious Salido. Not much to him because we didn't expect to be this good.
I would agree with that. You didn't need to hype it. You didn't need to sell it. I don't know. I guess Vargas is coming out.
Vargas took that. More punches, heavier punches. Salido been rocked a bit here in the 10th
As the slugfest continued, the impact of the punches was visibly taking its toll, leaving both men heavily swollen.
There was some concern or questions that maybe at the age of 35, would Salido get old overnight in the ring?
Which was an interim version of it. He wants that green belt.
This is where you got to get that Warrior spirit, dig in and go.
Both guys have taken so much punishment, not just to the head.
I agree with you about 99.9% of the time. Vargas trying to keep Salido close, not going to let him try to extend his hand. Left from Salido. Sonora in Carson, California. That'll do it.
After 12 rounds of battle, the fight was so close that 2 of the judges scored it even.
Lou Barrett and Hubert Mims score it 114-114, a majority draw.
Only one of the judges had Vargas ahead.
Jerry Cantu scores it 115-113 for Vargas,
resulting in a majority draw that allowed Vargas to retain his WBC title.
This fight is a draw.
The fight was selected as the fight of the year in 2016, and it holds the records for the most power punches thrown in a super featherweight boxing bout. Nearly 8 years after their first classic matchup, Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns met again in a highly anticipated rematch. This time, the WBC and WBO super middleweight titles were on the line. Leonard was one of boxing's biggest stars and a 5-division world champion. He'd returned from retirement to beat Marvin Hagler in a controversial decision.
And new middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard.
And knocked out Donnie Lalonde, proving he was still one of the sport's elite. Meanwhile, Hearns had become the boxer to win world titles in 5 weight divisions. Since losing to Leonard in their first fight, he'd rebuilt his career with several impressive victories and entered the rematch determined to even the score.
Leonard in the striped red and white trunks.
Hearns came out strong, using his jab to control the distance and keep Leonard at bay.
Good defense by Leonard.
They're just about 20 pounds heavier than they were.
Right hand just short from Hearns.
Leonard's having trouble getting by.
In the third round, Hearns stunned Leonard with a crushing right hand that dropped him to the canvas.
Well, he may be aiming for a
big right hand. Right to the jaw of Leonard. Leonard took it, but it was a big shot. And another one sends him down. The right hand of the year of Leonard. That staggered Leonard.
A desperate Leonard fought his way back into the fight, pressing the action in the middle rounds.
As long as they stay at long range. He said he wasn't motivated against Kitchen. He looks like a different fighter.
There's that overhand right.
Tommy should fight him, and that's the way to fight him. So Leonard knows he got it.
Short right landed by Hearns. Bangs to the arm. That overhand right. He's seen it frequently.
Do you notice how slow Leonard's jab is coming out?
Right hand by Hearns landed, and a left hook from Hearns.
Well, you know right
Another
now.
right hand on the chin.
Right hand back, but he's reluctant to tie up Leonard.
Leonard's using a lot of energy, Tim.
Hearns just covering up. Right hand landed again by Leonard.
He's not out of it yet.
No, he's not.
Yes, solid punches by Leonard.
Leonard to the body.
They're trying to figure out a plan, and so Leonard's going to.
The momentum shifted back and forth as both men landed clean shots, with neither fighter able to establish complete control over the other.
Leonard trying to block punches, but Hearns driving him along the ropes. A combination. May have him in some trouble. Hard to tell right
but
now.
But he's missing.
Crowd came to its feet, but he did not score heavily. Left and a right from Leonard.
Losing him now. Look at Leonard's able to get the full range fighter and throw that right hand.
He's got his head up. That's what I said what Tommy does.
To the body and connect.
Vicious body punches by Sugar Ray.
Double hook to the body, the hook to the head. But this is where you give Ray that time.
Right hand landed.
Long way. I don't know why he waits so long, but I think that's what Manny Stewart's talking about. Looking to land that one big punch, and he's been looking from the opening bell.
Short right scored by Leonard, and a left and a right.
He's not pumping that jab anymore.
In the Hearns legs, Daniel Stewart saying to Hearns, you've got to fight.
I I don't know what he's waiting for. If he's not doing anything else, he should be pumping that jab.
Insignificant. No damage there. No serious problems. Short right inside.
The fight reached another turning point in the 11th round when Hearns floored Leonard for the second time.
Hearns, Leonard 2. There's a right by Hearns.
Big right hand by Tommy Hearns.
Another one. And a left. Down goes Leonard with a combination from Hearns. Leonard looks hurt. Gets up, but he is hurting.
Then, in the final round, Leonard had Hearns in trouble and looked to finish the fight, almost like a replay of the first fight.
The way Hearns...
Right hand by Leonard.
Both him.
Hearns is waiting to get back in.
Another right hand, backing Leonard into Hearns into the rope.
Right-handed.
Got to fight.
Bob, you know that.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Here he goes. Come on, Tasmana, but
Tommy's right on the ropes now where he shouldn't be.
Left hook landed by Leonard.
And Tommy has nothing left.
Leonard is trying to put his hand away.
Watch the clock now, Tim. Tommy has nothing left.
Right hand by Leonard and Hearns in difficulty along the ropes. Another combination. Punching back, but he's wide open. Leonard, under a minute to go. Wild right hand by Leonard. Landed on the back of Hearns. Hearns wobbly-legged, but holding on.
And Leo right-handed trying to walk in.
That's when Tommy gets in trouble. He's once so he can flourish. He's got to punch back.
Leonard giving it everything and is on its feet. What a war!
However, Hearns survived, and after 12 closely contested rounds, the judges scored the bout a split decision.
112, 112. This bout is a draw, ladies and gentlemen.
In December 2010, Amir Khan and Marcus Maidana met for the WBA Super Lightweight Championship. Following Khan's devastating first-round loss against Bradis Prescott, he rebuilt his career and defeated Andreas Kotelnik to claim the WBA title. At 24, Khan had established himself as one of boxing's brightest young champions after making 2 successful title defenses. Meanwhile, the hard-hitting Maidana became the interim champion after a 6th-round knockout victory over Victor Ortiz.
With the right hand, and he won't stop throwing it. Ortiz is in big trouble, and he goes down.
He successfully defended the interim title before defeating DeMarcus Corley to secure his position as Khan's mandatory challenger. Coming into the bout, the challenger had won 29 of his 30 professional fights, with 27 of those wins coming by knockout, earning a reputation as one of the hardest punchers in boxing. Many questioned whether Khan's chin would hold up against Maidana's power.
Remember, guys, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Touch him up. Good luck.
But to everyone's surprise, Khan came out strong in the opening round and folded Maidana with a brutal body shot.
Hand from Maidana. 3 good shots and Khan again is Maidana. How about this?
4, 5, 6, 7. Maidana somehow got up and made it out of the round, but Khan continued to control the action with his speed and accuracy.
But those were horrific from his viewpoint. Khan goes there again. Here comes Khan again. Maidana has managed to shake that off, but Khan comes to Maidana. You see the height and reach of
Stop, don't bring it, stop.
taking point, taking point. Still alive.
As the rounds wore on, Maidana began closing the distance and landed heavier punches.
That's the beauty of reach. Here comes Maidana again. He's still alive. And they'll get a much needed minute of rest.
The fight reached its peak in a dramatic 10th round when Maidana stunned Khan with a hard right hand.
He keeps guys under 20%, but there's a big right hand by Maidana. He hurt Khan. The live underdog.
Maidana went after him, but Khan somehow weathered the storm and survived the round without going down.
Big shots here. Big right hand by Maidana. He needs to stop him to win. It's here from Maidana. Big right hand. Big right hand again from Maidana. Here comes Maidana. Still has a minute. Here comes Maidana. Big right hand again.
Khan recovered quickly and came out strong in the last 2 rounds.
Khan lured him into that trap. He puts it. Powerful scoring shots that has made this one special. That should be talked about for quite a while. 3 big shots from Khan. 7 knockouts in 30 fights. Khan is 17 and 24. They've both taken the best they could offer.
After 12 thrilling rounds, Khan came out on top via a close decision to retain his title.
Amir King Khan!
The fight was named the 2010 Fight of the Year. In April 2001, Naseem Hamed defended his lineal featherweight championship against Marco Antonio Barrera in one of the most anticipated fights of the year. Hamed entered the bout unbeaten in 35 professional fights, with 31 of them coming by knockout. He was one of boxing's biggest attractions, known for his unorthodox style and knockout power. In his last fight, Hamed scored a violent knockout over Augie Sanchez, who had to be carried away on a stretcher.
Slides down the front of him, left, right.
Barrera, on the other hand, was on a comeback trail after his grueling battle with Eric Morales, which saw him drop a controversial split decision.
Tijuana, Mexico,
He rebuilt his career and regained the WBO Super Bantamweight Championship, establishing himself as one of Mexico's finest boxers. However, Barrera, who was moving up in weight to challenge Hamed, was considered a 3-1 underdog.
Touch him up.
The flashy Hamed came out in his usual wild style, but he was met with sharp jabs and precise counters from Barrera.
Barrera boxing, not just waiting in, gets to the body.
You don't want to get into a slugging match with the Prince.
Barrera is not looking in.
Big left hand by Barrera. And a couple of shots to the body.
That may be a change in
End of the round. Naseem's power that Barrera is fighting the way he is. Barrera lands a jab. Prince Naseem grins.
The Mexican challenger refused to be drawn into Hamed's unpredictable style. Rather, he delivered a clinical boxing lesson that frustrated Hamed.
He falls asleep, doesn't pay any attention to what he's doing, and he's paid because
justifiably so off his record. But if any fighter's
standing in the middle of the ring,
difficulty of trying to get the Prince Naseem's body holder. Big left hand by
just got the reflexes of a head is too straight up.
The head was
under whether the Prince has been thrown off.
By the middle rounds, both fighters were fully committed to their strategies. Hamed kept coming forward, looking to land power shots, while Barrera remained composed and consistently beat him to the punch.
Now.
He was ever in with, I wonder what he's thinking now.
Pace with his jab, throwing it more frequently. Barrera on move.
Now for the first time you see the Prince getting closer.
As stalking and trying to land that left hook.
Knockdown. You see the Prince just he comes back.
Very professional, right, left hook.
He's thrown the left hand, but he hasn't thrown anything with it.
The threat, if Prince Nassim feels the urgency of this situation. The combinations have been thrown by
him as such. I don't think he's ever been hurt in a fight, but when he gets hit, his head
seated and quiet.
That the Prince has developed since he was a boy is being...
Barrera had a point deducted in the 12th round after slamming Hamed to the turnbuckle.
Too much chin.
Barrera pounds Nassim into the ring post. It's at Naz's antics.
Time out. 1 point. 1 point.
And a point deduction from Barrera.
However, the deduction had no impact on the outcome as Barrera comfortably won a unanimous decision.
Marco Antonio Barrera.
Barrera handed Hamed his first and only professional loss and established himself as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in boxing. In May 2006, Oscar De La Hoya returned from a 20-month layoff to challenge Ricardo Mayorga for his WBC light middleweight championship. De La Hoya was one of boxing's biggest stars and a 6th-division world champion. Although he suffered his only knockout loss against undisputed middleweight champion Bernard Hopkins in his last fight,
Oscar comes with an uppercut, does a body shot. Oh, he really whacked him with that left hook.
He remained one of the sport's elite. The build-up to the fight was intense, fueled by months of trash-talking from the notorious Mayorga.
Cuando le pegue la olla, lo voy a sentar y lo poner a orinar.
Mayorga, a former unified champion at the welterweight division, became the super middleweight champion after beating Michel Picorillo for the vacant title.
Ricardo El Matador Mayorga.
On fight night, tensions between the two reached a boiling point as they both refused to touch gloves. But less than a minute into the contest, De La Hoya made a huge statement by dropping Mayorga hard to the canvas.
We have a lot of loopholes. He's going to try to beat him with short punches.
A right cross followed by a sensational left hook. And so much for the notion that De La Hoya didn't have a head. That was a perfect shot.
De La Hoya set the tone for the fight and dominated Mayorga with his relentless assaults.
De La Hoya seldom looked better than this. About what he saw De La Hoya do. Right cross. Here's the right cross again. Huge right hand by De La Hoya. And De La Hoya is finding all these and takes a left hook to the body. Gets brutally to this round because he got hit with the uppercut. And he
beautiful left jab, beautiful straight right hand. 3 rounds, 3-0 Oscar.
Mayorga got in a shot in between. 2 beautiful body punches from De La Hoya.
A frustrated Mayorga resorted to dirty tactics, but De La Hoya remained unfazed.
He's just so vulnerable to get hit with left hooks.
Oscar's finding several ways to set up his left hook.
De La Hoya fades.
A lot of people say, well, Forrest is a very close decision. A lot of people thought Vernon could have gotten it. De La Hoya lands maybe not throwing as many punches as Floyd Mayweather Sr. would like, but he's still.
But Oscar has not been landing
clean punches here tonight that we haven't seen from him.
He's provided a very clear answer to that
question.
In the 6th round, De La Hoya dropped Mayorga for the 2nd time.
His forehead. De La Hoya with a 4-punch combination to the body. 2 big shots upstairs. Down goes Mayorga again.
Though Mayorga was able to beat the count, he was in bad shape. De La Hoya pounced on him immediately and hammered him with a barrage of punches to close the show.
I was one of the many who did not think a knockout for De La Hoya was possible here.
It's over. This fight is over.
This victory marked De La Hoya's last world title fight, and it set up a super fight against Floyd Mayweather Jr. the following year. James Toney and Vasily Zhirov engaged in one of the most unforgettable clashes in cruiserweight history. Zhirov came into the bout with a perfect record of 31-0, with 27 of the victories coming by way of knockout. The Olympic gold medalist solidified his reputation as one of the best cruiserweights in the world by defeating Arthur Williams to capture the IBF title in 1999.
New IBF Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Vasily the Tiger Chiro.
On the other hand was Tony, a two-time former champion whose career had been inconsistent since losing his IBF super middleweight title to Roy Jones Jr.
And new Super Middleweight Champion of the World.
However, after moving up to cruiserweight, Tony put together a series of impressive victories to earn another world title opportunity. Jirov came out aggressively from the first bell, but the 34-year-old Tony looked to counter with sharp combinations.
The way he rolls away from punches, the way he wraps the right hand. Hard right hand.
Still can't find a comfortable angle to land punches in.
Little right hand by Tony, back Jirov out.
But Jirov is putting a lot of pressure on him. He normally would work.
Mental pressure from round to round, like few opponents have been able to do to James Toney.
Yes.
Hard punches
on him going down the stretch.
And Jirov was the one who was landing combinations, and now Tony fighting hard off the ropes. Tony not throwing much. Jirov to the body. At close range, as Tony backed him off for a moment with a right to the chest, but again, the back. A lot of action here. He doesn't like the deal. He's got new incentives. Low blow by Jirov there. And a big right hand by Tony, and Jirov keeps throwing. Although without any balance. Tony jumps on it.
Back to the left hook, he'll really have something going for himself. Much shorter punches too. Good right hand.
Good body shot by Jirov.
But the effective punch.
And a right by Jirov. Another left to the body, again right on the... Finally, Jirov slips a punch.
The champion maintained a relentless pace, but Tony consistently found openings with his accurate counterpunches and shots to the body.
28, 2 rounds to 1. James lights out Tony. Jim, I thought he did enough to outpunch Vasily. I mean, his face is absolutely destroyed.
I know that they were concentrating a lot on trying to hurt James to the body. James keeps his body just enough for James to be effective. Very interesting fight. James had a lot of fights and big fights too. But the real key punch to me.
Through the last 2 rounds, getting to the center of the breadbasket. Body shots. Smoker's letting him go. Solid shots from Tony. Jim fight, he comes straight forward, digging to the belly, taking shots upstairs.
The action intensified in the middle rounds as both men stood in the pocket and exchanged hard punches.
Halfway through.
Okay, Jim, I got it also a very, very close fight. 57.
Hey, Vasily's offense is his defense.
Yes.
Lest you think that Vasily Jirov stands saying, well, I didn't tell him about that.
Yeah, but so far, it seems like he's withstood all of it and got the best of every one of the exchanges at the tail end of it.
Brilliant, tough, accurate counter-punching by Tony, who lands a big left hook upstairs to get to Tony's breadbasket.
It is.
Look at the quick hands release. And he's built the whole organization around his belief that James Toney is going to rise back into the big goose to the top. Right hand by Tony, wobbled Jirov. Jirov takes 3 more shots in a row. Does Tony have enough power left to get rid of it? 4 men only.
Right here. James went to the corner.
Jirov has no energy. Now James begins to counter again.
Coming into the 12th and final round, both men were exhausted, but neither fighter was willing to give in.
There's no question that this ring is wet, and Tony did slip back, but still.
If you haven't paid, maybe you will in the future. This would be stun Tony. Right hand by Tony catches Jirov flush. Speed.
With less than 20 seconds into the fight, Tony put Jirov down with a powerful right hand.
Oh my gosh! Oh, Tony!
That's it! That's it! Got him down! Almost got him down!
Jirov somehow managed to get back to his feet and heard the final bell, but it was Tony who won the fight by a unanimous decision, capturing the IBF Cruiserweight title.
And new IBF Cruiserweight Champion of the World, James Lights Out Tony.
The victory made Tony a 3-division champion and his first championship belt since losing to Jones nearly 10 years earlier. In this epic clash between two unbeaten champions, WBO title holder Joe Calzaghe faced IBF champion Jeff Lacey in a super middleweight unification. Calzaghe had held the WBO title since defeating Chris Eubank in 1997. Nearly 9 years later, he had successfully defended his championship 17 times, boasting a record of 40-0. Despite Calzaghe's achievements, he was largely underrated, and many believed he had yet to face an opponent of Lacey's caliber. Lacey was considered one of the scariest super middleweights in the world. The American Olympian was destroying everybody in his path and became the champion after knocking out Sid Vanderpool in 2004. Lacey made 4 successful title defenses and entered the bout against Calzaghe as the huge favorite.
Since Roy Jones against
However, Calzaghe used his superior hand speed and footwork to control the fight early on.
But you watch him when he starts to go to work.
his way in and then content to Lacey so far. That's the danger punch.
That shook Calzaghe.
This is what you get from Calzaghe. Good headshots. That right hand is the one Calzaghe
bangs well to the body.
Oh, good uppercut. Calzaghe is staged, but it's a 12-round fight.
Lacey kept coming forward, looking to land his trademark left hand, but Calzaghe repeatedly beat him to the punch and prevented him from establishing any momentum.
Brilliant, quite brilliant combinations.
Rocking back the head of Lacey. Just against the likes of Roy Jones and Jamal Hopkins.
Calzaghe felt that, but he's still winning the round.
I wonder how much more of this Lacey can take.
He's getting worked over and he doesn't like it.
Calzaghe, I think, is starting to tee himself up for the big attack. I think he might be looking to take him out. Two big left hands, and Lacey is on the receiving end of a barrage of punches. Calzaghe wants to get him out of there.
And the desperate man can often be hurt, but he can be dangerous and through.
Can Calzaghe take him out, even at this late stage? He's going looking for him.
Got him again. He looks like he might step in here, John. He's gone, John. He's absolutely gone.
Calzaghe had a point deducted in the 11th round for hitting behind the head.
Well, he wasn't wrong with that. Oh, it's taken the point away from Joe Calzaghe. No. Can you believe that?
Oh, being kind to Lacey.
However, he returned to knock Lacey down for the first time in his career in the 12th round.
He says, come on. He's put Lacey down for the first time in his career. There's 2 minutes left, and Calzaghe rains punches in again. We've seen some terrific fights on ITV, and this is right up there with any performance.
Well, I can't remember a fighter being so dominant against such a dangerous opponent. Probably.
Lacey comes forward to take yet more.
Got him again. Beautiful shots.
Quite outstanding. How on earth is Lacey staying up there? How is he staying up? They want him to call him out. Gary Shaw is shouting across to the corner, get him out of there. Well, that's it. It's all over.
Lacey made it to the final bell, but there was no doubt about the outcome. Calzaghe scored one of his finest career victories and went on to win the world title in the light heavyweight division before retiring with a spotless record of 46-0. Meanwhile, Lacey's career went downhill, and he was never quite the same fighter again. In 2017, IBF champion Anthony Joshua and former longtime champion Wladimir Klitschko produced one of the greatest heavyweight showdowns in recent years. Joshua turned pro in 2013 after winning the Olympic gold medal. In his 16th fight, he defeated American champion Charles Martin to capture the IBF title.
And new IBF heavyweight champion of the world!
He successfully defended the title twice, proving to be one of boxing's brightest heavyweight stars. Coming into this bout, Klitschko boasted a record of 65-4 with 53 knockouts. The former unified champion dominated the heavyweight division for several years, defending his championship a record number of 18 times before losing to Tyson Fury.
Robbery, 100%.
Although Klitschko was out of the ring for nearly 2 years, he was determined to reclaim his place at the top.
Joshua, the vast experience.
The bout started with the younger champion coming out looking for openings, but Klitschko kept him at bay with his lengthy jab.
Who can cope better? From sweatshop, he was also the battle of the jabs. But for many years, with these two, Klitschko.
Good right hand from Klitschko and the
by Dylan White.
Seemed like he's just trying to take a place, Klitschko.
That put pay to Kubrat.
After a tentative first 4 rounds, the action burst into life in the 5th when Joshua floored Klitschko.
Dive! Out of left hook!
Klitschko's lovely.
Joshua's
He's about to take him down.
Taking him out here! Down goes Klitschko! In the 5th round! And rather similar to the Lamont Brewster fight! Danger of falling apart! There's so much time in
The former champion did not stay down. Klitschko came out stronger in the 6th round and returned the favor.
You're not landing that one again.
From Vladimir Klitschko, and Joshua is down now. The count's at 5. Will he make it up? It was a heavier fall than Klitschko's. 40 left in the 6th.
Joshua survived the first knockdown of his career. After a more cautious few rounds, Joshua once again found success in the 11th round and put Klitschko down for the 2nd time.
It's all right saying it, but it's another thing doing it. If you feel it's
Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko took it, but Joshua's going for a big left hand, and down goes the giant Ukrainian in the same round that he lost his unbeaten record to Ross Purity. And can he get through it? A minute and a half left.
Klitschko bravely got up, but the knockdown marked the beginning of the end.
Klitschko is somehow trying to survive, but Anthony Joshua topples him again! Unbelievable! Scenes at Wembley! Klitschko just gets to his feet! Courage! But
Joshua showed that he was a good finisher as he went after Klitschko and scored a knockout.
This is great work from Joshua.
What fitness! What heart from Klitschko! But the fight has been stopped! Lift off for AJ! A new chapter! A new era in this most glamorous...
With the victory, Joshua added the vacant WBA title to his IBF belt to become the unified champion. It also marked the final professional fight of Klitschko's legendary career. Former WBO heavyweight champion Tommy Morrison and Donovan Ruddock squared off in a heavyweight showdown between two of the division's most feared punchers. The vacant IBC heavyweight title was on the line, with both men looking to work their way back to the top. Morrison was a former WBO heavyweight champion who defeated boxing legend George Foreman to claim the vacant title in 1993.
New champion, Tommy the Duke Morrison.
Yes, well, Morrison is a clear winner.
However, he lost it in his first defense against Michael Bent, where he suffered a devastating first-round knockout.
Knockdown rule and a fight. Michael Bent on the verge of a big moment, and he's got it. That's it.
The loss derailed a lucrative showdown against Lennox Lewis. Similarly, Ruddock lost his status as a contender following multiple devastating losses. He lost 2 epic battles against Mike Tyson in 1991
Hard shot. There goes Ruddock again.
and was knocked out in the second round by Lennox Lewis.
Ruddock already in trouble and down for the second time in this fight.
The bout got off to a fast pace as the 2 former contenders met in the middle of the ring, trading punches. Less than a minute into the bout, Ruddock cracked Morrison with a vicious uppercut to score the first knockdown.
I was going to remind people of the nice uppercut by Ruddock. Oh, there goes Morrison!
Morrison recovered quickly and answered with a knockdown of his own in the second round to even the contest.
Ruddock looks like he's trying to set up. Morrison was busy backing up.
The hook blocked by Morrison. Ruddock has done a nice defensive job. Good combination, absorbs the punch.
But he still paid for it.
Oh, he hurt Ruddock with a right uppercut. Razor Ruddock got rocked by the same punch that knocked Morrison down.
Because of the gloves on the top of the rope being used as a support.
So in round 2, it's Morrison's turn to hurt Ruddock.
Both men continued to trade punches for the next few rounds before Ruddock regained control in the 5th.
Razor Ruddock not only stood up, he took a little walk in his corner.
I think maybe he wanted to clear his head.
He was hurt early and put out, and Morrison is who's going to get tired? Because both men are showing some signs of it here.
And they also said establish yourself down low. Now, a moment ago, Ruddock had Tommy Morrison.
Shows you how slow Ruddock is moving.
Ruddock cutting off the ring, sets up the Ruddock really does it. Morrison should use it.
Now he is forcing Morrison back. That uppercut may have stunned Morrison.
Tommy Morrison got hurt.
It ain't over yet. His left eye, it doesn't look like it. There's the Morrison.
Confident that they would get the decision, but that the fight will go all the way.
But Ruddock combination. He's unable to do that. Big hook.
Morrison was saved by the bell, but Ruddock picked up where he left off in the 6th, only to be floored by a brutal counter left hook. Ruddock bravely climbed back to his feet, but Morrison went after him and closed the show with a barrage of unanswered shots.
How about Ruddock getting up? What does Morrison have left?
A standing 8 here. That's the knockdown. Ron Lipton told us before the fight he would like to see the standing 8 not in effect here. Both fighters look like they could keep going.
Remember, Razor Ruddock was... Morrison is nailing him though.
About 10 more seconds, and it's a long one. He will not do it.
Oh my, it's over.
The winner and new IBC heavyweight champion.
In June 2019, Anthony Joshua made another routine defense of his unified heavyweight titles against little-known Andy Ruiz Jr. With 6 successful title defenses, Joshua had become the face of the heavyweight division. He had a record of 22-0, with all but one of his victories coming by way of knockout. Ruiz was brought in as a late replacement after Joshua's original opponent, Jarrell Miller, failed multiple drug tests. Ruiz came into the bout with a record of 32-1, with his only loss coming against Joseph Parker for the vacant WBO title.
Fighting out of the blue corner!
Joshua had easily beaten Parker, so no one gave the flabby challenger a chance before the fight.
Touch gloves now, man. You're boxing at the bell. God bless you both.
From the outset, Joshua appeared to be in control of the fight.
And boxes with fast hands.
He saw the seconds of round 2.
Then, less than a minute into the 3rd round, the unbeaten champion knocked Ruiz down.
Ruiz mixes it up. Good uppercut and a hook. Puts Ruiz down. Wow, that was fast from Joshua.
6.
It appeared as if Joshua was going to score another early victory when Ruiz got up and returned the favor moments later.
Strafing right. Ruiz comes to fire back. And Joshua's hurt. Oh, Joshua goes down.
Andy Ruiz caught him with a sharp left hook. Joshua's hurt.
6, 7.
Clear-eyed, looking to the eyes of Michael Griffin.
The knockdown clearly hurt Joshua, who went down again before the end of the 3rd round.
But Sergio, you thought this was a big chance, and now here comes Ruiz. Joshua is hurt. He's staggered, and he goes down again. That's a knockdown. Joshua's been down twice.
5.
That was close.
Although Joshua managed to survive, he never fully recovered. Ruiz continued to apply relentless pressure stunning Joshua with his speed and fast combinations.
In his athletic prime. And Brian, Vladimir Klitschko. I'll let you figure that out. Say it about Andy Ruiz as well. Ruiz, right hand style and win this fight.
That's exactly what
of Andy Ruiz becoming the heavyweight champion of the world, which Ruiz has been throwing, moves Joshua all the way back.
And I said that earlier, Brian, before.
In the 7th round, Ruiz attacked again and put Joshua down for the 3rd time.
The champ's in trouble, and down he goes.
You don't want to exchange punches with a man with the faster hands, and that's why Anthony Joshua got in trouble right there.
Joshua got up, but he was clearly in trouble. Once Ruiz smelled blood, he went for the kill and scored one of the most shocking upsets in recent years.
Joshua with the hard jab, trying to answer, but he's shaking, he's down again. Wow!
Joshua looks gassed. Mouthpiece came flying out of his mouth.
6, 7, 8.
Joshua looks so tired. I think he wants out.
That's it. He says that's it. Andy Ruiz is the heavyweight champion. A stunning turn of events.
The two would meet in an immediate rematch 6 months later, where Joshua avenged the loss and reclaimed his world titles.
Joshua!
In November 2008, Joe Calzaghe defended his ring light heavyweight championship against Roy Jones Jr. Though both men were considered past their prime, the fight remained one of the most anticipated events of the year. Calzaghe entered the bout with a perfect record of 45-0. He spent almost his entire career in the super middleweight division and reigned as the champion for more than a decade. After his victory over Mikkel Kessler, Calzaghe moved up to the light heavyweight division and defeated Bernard Hopkins to capture the ring title.
From Newbridge, Wales, still undefeated, and now recognized by Ring Magazine.
Standing across the ring was Roy Jones Jr., a former 4-division world champion, widely regarded as one of the greatest fighters pound for pound in boxing history. But after back-to-back losses to Antonio Tarver and Glenn Johnson, Jones's career seemed effectively over. Jones, however, came out strong in the opening round and made an early statement by dropping Calzaghe to the canvas.
The Jones is quicker in the center of the ring, and down goes Calzaghe. Just as he was down in the first round against Hopkins, he's down in the first round against Jones, and Jones makes his point.
The Welshman quickly regained his composure and began using his speed and relentless work rate to outbox Jones.
Been down about 4 times in fights.
Beating Joe Calzaghe, who I thought was the fastest light heavyweight around. At least
can he do it over the long stretch of the fight if Calzaghe can make it go round?
And himself, Coach. Joe's going to go at this pace all night.
Shots inside.
Obvious, I think. Roy's advantages in clean punches.
Nose. Jones backing into the ropes and giving Calzaghe a chance to just pull away.
By the 3rd round, the fight had settled into a rhythm.
The second half of the fight. Good body shot by Calzaghe. Let Calzaghe unfazed. Goes at him with his hands held low.
You know, Roy's punches are much more flashy and much more powerful. I don't know if he's ever fought anybody like it. It's difficult to just take punches from a tall guy like that.
Calzaghe's showboating in the center of the ring.
What you do, buddy? Just cover up, walk him down, and try to force Calzaghe to.
Calzaghe taking Jones's punches much and landing when he fires back. Watch his shoulder.
I don't think either fighter's ever fought anyone with the speed.
Calzaghe is trying to portray to the audience and to the judges that he has weathered the storm with Jones now. That he's not faced by what happened in round 1 and that he can swamp.
Joe Calzaghe put on a performance. I mean, the guy is so good. Just
outside of the first round, he's won, even though
he's fallen behind in the first and maybe the second round. He's to Jones's power to such an extent that he won't be shocked.
Roy's never experienced this, and I think that the fact that Joe can do this all night.
He's kept building the tempo. And now he's attacking Jones with impunity in the corner.
As he is now, with his guard down.
The basic equation coming into the fight. A fighter who has cut 5 punches around against a fighter who customarily throws 35.
Well, I would have to give Roy so far this round here, the way it's going.
Stand in front of him with his hands down when he can punch is beyond me.
That's his way of trying to make Calzaghe get tired.
Calzaghe lands a big left hand, and at the beginning.
And also Calzaghe's rhythm, his in and out rhythm, it's not that easy to time.
Calzaghe dictated the pace with his high punch output and constant movement. Though Jones had moments of success, they were short-lived as he struggled to keep up with the champion's activity.
Punches were sharp, clean punches. And
solid left hand back against the ropes. Roy may be momentarily hurt.
He's hurt.
Constant assault. Again, his hands and staring at Jones and watching the blood flow. Solid counter shots. And Calzaghe now is walking through them.
Applying this kind of pressure, Tarver at the time was not
I've ever seen him experience. They did not manage to do anything close to stopping the bleeding between rounds.
Fights in this third fight, there was a kind of a concession on Roy's part. I don't see him conceding here.
Right-hand side of the apron, and the cut is on the left-hand side. And I don't know why Orton Burkison doesn't get out of that ring.
Bottom line is they have not been effective in stopping the bleeding.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Calzaghe would have beaten Roy at his best. After all, we just saw.
And I'll beat you anyway.
Very sporting of him, Jim.
Don't hold, let go. Impossible to tell what he's saying, but he's talking to Calzaghe the whole time. Probably
there's enough blood for this to be the St. Valentine's Day match. Roy's going to have to do the upending if he hopes to win. So far, maybe he's going to
enhance his respect from the fans still.
Yeah, but what would enhance it even more, I think, is if in this last 45
stretch. Just fight, Jones. You've made your point. Jones takes one last home run swing. Just could be farewell.
After 12 rounds, Calzaghe earned a comfortable decision victory to remain unbeaten and retained his title.
Still, light heavyweight champion of the world.
This victory marked the end of Calzaghe's legendary career as he retired with a perfect record of 46-0, while Jones continued fighting for several more years. In this highly anticipated matchup, former 3-division world champion Felix Trinidad returned from retirement to face former unified welterweight champion Ricardo Mayorga. Trinidad was one of the most accomplished fighters of his era. He became the IBF welterweight champion in 1993 with a second-round knockout victory over Maurice Blocker.
It's almost over, and he is trying. Ripping left, and down goes Blocker.
Trinidad remained a champion for nearly 10 years, winning world titles across 3 divisions. However, Trinidad suffered a devastating loss against Bernard Hopkins in 2001.
Huge right hand by Hopkins.
Losing his championship and unbeaten record in the process. Trinidad also lost his motivation to fight and was out of the ring for more than 2 years. But after Mayorga's relentless trash talk in the build-up,
Dile a tu mujer que te dé huevo en la mañana para que te pares a pelear conmigo. No te vayas a tirar como cuando te tiraste con Bernahoki, Frayo.
Trinidad was eager to silence the outspoken former champion and prove that he was not finished.
And because of all the pageantry,
Mayorga came out aggressively, connecting with combinations and taunting Trinidad in the opening round.
third right hand in a row. Left throw some often, just to change the pace.
He wants you to know that he's knocking out, but Trinidad
on his feet early. As we mentioned, he's been knocked out. 2 body shots for Mayorga. Right hand over the top round and survived Mayorga's onslaught. It looks as though he's just going to keep on coming. Hard right hand lands on the button.
But this is his first time at middleweight, so
now he tastes Trinidad's left hook. And this is a Mayorga tactic. He drops his hands, hit me. Did it with Forrest, does it here with Tito Trinidad.
Trinidad responded with sharp combinations of his own and landed clean hooks.
Trinidad lands a straight right hand. And another right hand. And now Trinidad with the uppercut. Brings the left hook. Picks off Mayorga with another right hand.
he don't carry the weight as good as he does the welterweight division.
If Tito was waiting for Mayorga to tire, it's an effective piece of tactic as he wobbles Mayorga down the stretch of round 1.
The second round saw both fighters trading power punches in close range before Mayorga edged the third round with a knockdown.
He
shot.
Trinidad's glove touched the canvas, and there's the first knockdown of the fight. Properly ruled.
6, 7, 8,
Trinidad appeared unfazed as he quickly jumped back to his feet and continued trading hard combinations with Mayorga.
28-28 in rounds 2 rounds to 1 Felix Trinidad. I thought Trinidad in rounds 1 and 2 at the end of that long reach, just like he's doing now, and have it in.
Felix's punches should get there first. But the big left hook lands for Mayorga with a left hook.
Yeah, if Trinidad would just hit his
He attempted to do. Big uppercut by Trinidad. Boy, Mayorga's got a...
As Trinidad has had over his career, he tends to become a headhunter.
Mayorga does not like this weight either. He doesn't fight well.
There's a body
punch, and it hurt Mayorga
I
back.
told you.
And he comes back with an uppercut.
But he's dead tired. He's dead tired. But he is game.
Get to their lesser opponents in a hurry. This
Trinidad now senses that Mayorga
got one left-hand shot. Good left hook upstairs by Trinidad. Incredibly accurate. The accuracy with power punches is something amazing to behold. Huge left hook, and that he's taking more punishment than he wants. 10 seconds to go in the round as Trinidad corners his man and tries to finish.
The grueling pace continued into the middle rounds, but Trinidad was getting the better of the exchanges, breaking Mayorga down with brutal combinations.
It looks like almost he can't hold his right hand up.
That body shot got ruled.
Mayorga has never... He took a TKO in his pro debut, accumulated punishment.
I don't know if it helped him or not. I don't think it helped his eye real, but
Didn't hurt him.
no, it didn't hurt.
And now Mayorga gets hit on the right side of the body again. He didn't get it. And it gives Trinidad a couple free shots. And rest assured, Mayorga's going to fire back at some point. And he does.
You don't like these body shots.
Then, in round 8, Trinidad put Mayorga down with a nasty body shot.
Oh, good hook.
What a big left hook.
There he is.
That could be the beginning of the end.
That hurt him real
Mayorga
bad.
not throwing at all. Look at Mayorga.
Oh.
Weathering the storm again. Trinidad hits him flush with an uppercut.
Oh, that's
what a
it.
body shot.
That's
What
the
a
body
brilliant
shot.
body shot.
I told you the body shot would have done it a long time ago.
Mayorga was able to beat the count, but the accumulation of punishing shots from Trinidad had taken its toll. He went down for the second time moments later.
Part of Mayorga tries to unload the arsenal against Trinidad. Trinidad comes back. Mayorga's on the canvas a second time. Never on the canvas before, twice in this round.
Then, with less than 30 seconds left in the round, Trinidad put him down for the third time, ending the fight for good.
Another savage left hook by Trinidad. Mayorga goes down for the third time, and Steve Smoger is going to stop the fight.
Very smart call.
Stop the sensational knockout. In round 8, Felix Trinidad closed the show, landing, are you ready? 39 out of 47 power shots.
In November 2018, Alexander Usyk made his UK debut as a pro against Tony Bellew in an undisputed cruiserweight showdown. Usyk won the Olympic gold medal 6 years earlier on British soil. He carried that success into the professional ranks, dominating the cruiserweight division and unifying all the major world titles in his last fight against Murat Gassiev.
Alexander!
For the first defense of his undisputed crown, Usyk faced former WBC title holder Tony Bellew, who was coming off the biggest victories of his career. After moving up from light heavyweight, he defeated Ilunga Makabu to capture the vacant WBC title.
What's Makabu got? He's in trouble! He stopped! Bellew's done it!
And then Bellew successfully defended the title once against BJ Flores
And it will come. Oh, beautiful shot!
before 2 back-to-back stoppage victories over David Haye.
He's got to push off the back foot, and it's hard to do that.
Oh,
The bout got off to a slow start, with both fighters going through a feeling out process.
Don't use that advantage. Usyk, the southpaw, Bellew, orthodox. It's going to pitch shutouts. even though
accumulation, and with what I call the frustration that slaps you on the chin and snaps the chest.
Wait a minute.
Not happy with the lack of activity.
Bellew stepped on the gas in the second round and began landing clean shots. Although Usyk responded with occasional combinations of his own, it was Bellew who controlled the action in the early going.
The thing about Usyk, it's also tremendous hand speed for a guy this big.
His arm way out. To get through that, you might have to knock it away to try to get inside, and that act may open you up. There's a good, sneaky, straight right hand by Bellew.
Bellew talking to him. He's talking to him, Dave.
Usyk goes right back to the jab. And
very confident stuff here from Bellew in round two. Digging in, giving Usyk a lot to think about, coming at him from his
opponent to the third and fourth fights in.
Because Bellew knows I'm crazier than
smart thing for him.
Oh, he's an abstract painter. He'll move in ways because he trains in ways that are just different.
That has been his best punch so far. And you'll know where he's really at if he finds an adverse moment.
Make sure you don't leave the door open. Make sure your output is there enough that the judges... Sometimes, you know...
He just got nailed with the left hand. And then
things getting a little wild in there. Excuse me, clean lead left. That comes Bellew. Himself an argument. Usyk is the classier fighter in these exchanges, but when Bellew can answer with
putting the fear in his opponent about what might be coming back.
Success against an orthodox fighter with that jab every time. You know that, Dave.
Yes. And there's
from boxer to puncher in these higher weight classes, but that
there's the looping right by Bellew.
However, as the rounds wore on, Usyk gradually found his rhythm and began increasing the pressure. The champion's relentless work rate and accurate left hand slowly wore Bellew down.
Round and a half of using the angles, and then we have a nice chess match here because it's a fast pace.
If you commit to it, hands like that, and remind the guy coming forward of what you can do, it's important.
And Brian Campbell calling this for you. Glad you're enjoying this intriguing
yard of Latvia. There were so many ebbs and flows, so many adjustments and take the lead in the fight.
Good head movement, cutting off the ring. Foot right back on the pedal.
Coming into the 8th round, Bellew had done enough to be ahead on 2 of the judges' cards, while the third scored the fight even. But the scorecards were not needed as Usyk sent Bellew crashing down and unable to continue.
And then dragged that left hand back behind him and score. And then he nailed him right
down he goes with the left hand.
We saw Usyk building up, and it's over just like that.
Double kebab!
This fight marked the end of an illustrious career for Bellew, while Usyk moved up to the heavyweight division and became an undisputed champion. After years in the making, Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield finally met in a much-anticipated heavyweight showdown in November 1996. Both men were initially scheduled to meet 6 years earlier when Tyson reigned as the undisputed heavyweight champion. However, Tyson's devastating knockout loss against Buster Douglas and his subsequent conviction derailed the plan. Meanwhile, Holyfield went on to beat Buster Douglas and reigned as the new undisputed champion until he lost against Riddick Bowe.
Heavyweight champion of the world, Riddick.
Although Holyfield would regain the championship in a rematch, he lost it once again to Michael Moore.
And new heavyweight champion of the world. Yeah!
Tyson was released from prison in 1995, and he quickly worked his way to the top to regain the WBC belt. He was still considered very dangerous, while Holyfield was given no chance to win. Tyson came out aggressively looking to end the fight early with his trademark power. He sent Holyfield reeling from his first solid punch, but the challenger refused to back down.
We'll see if he's overly cautious. And as expected, Mike Tyson.
Take his time. He's so strong, it's unbelievable.
Rolling tactics, a straight right hand.
We've been wondering.
Oh, that's straight. He's warded off nicely by Holyfield.
As the fight progressed, Tyson struggled to deal with Holyfield's physical strength. The challenger would tie up Tyson anytime he got close while landing sharp combinations.
Round number 3.
From on the inside. He's not getting to Evander cleanly.
Ooh. Holyfield coming on. A right uppercut.
Let him have some in a round.
Once in 46 fights. Mike Tyson with a straight right hand. But
the momentum shifted decisively in the 6th round when Holyfield scored a knockdown.
Like the overachieving warrior that he is.
Oh, down goes Tyson. A left hook.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Tyson managed to get up, but he never fully recovered.
And he's proving it again here. Look at this toe-to-toe action.
With his right hand, there you see him again, trying
first time in a long time. Oh, straight right hand by Evander Holyfield.
Of Cardiacs. Now he's taking a shot. He's going for it.
Oh, Tyson's in trouble. Holyfield smothers Tyson. Looking to put Tyson down and end the fight. Tyson is not in trouble. He's saved by the bell.
In the 11th round, Holyfield trapped Tyson against the ropes and unleashed a barrage of unanswered punches to force the stoppage.
Holyfield continues to dig in. A left hook to the head. He's got Tyson in trouble. Tyson's ready to go. A straight right hand. The Talbot stops the fight.
We talked about and firing a shot, picking and choosing smart boxes, places to slug, and he just unloads hook, right hand, uppercut, mixes them up. Mike is in trouble here, and Mike won't go down. The referee has to stop it.
The victory made Holyfield a 3-time world heavyweight champion and handed Tyson his 2nd career defeat. It also set the stage for their infamous rematch where Tyson bit off a chunk of Holyfield's ear.
What happened here? Evander Holyfield, look out, he's pushed right here. Above a dirty Mike Tyson.
It's like hell, but he certainly had a big fight.
In 1974, Muhammad Ali squared off against George Foreman in one of the most iconic fights in boxing history. Billed as Rumble in the Jungle, the bout was for the undisputed heavyweight championship. Ali was a former undisputed heavyweight champion who was stripped of his title and suspended for his refusal to be drafted into the military. He returned to the ring in 1970 and regained his place among the division's elite, following victories over Jerry Quarry, Floyd Patterson, Joe Frazier, and Ken Norton. However, at 32, many felt Ali was past his prime and was no match for the 25-year-old Foreman, who was a human wrecking machine. Foreman had a record of 40-0, with all but 3 of the wins coming by knockout. He entered the ring as the heavy favorite after his devastating performances against Frazier and Norton, 2 men who had both defeated Ali.
A tremendous left hook.
Ali surprised Foreman in the opening round as he came out dancing, landing quick combinations that caught the attention of the champion.
Foreman moving slow, trying to drop that left hook. Now moves Ali with a right hand lead again.
But as Foreman responded with hard shots of his own,
On the left. A wild left hand. Takes the light left on the side of the head. Wild left hand thrown in the direct from Zaire, Africa. That punch did no damage. That one did. 2 wild right hands taken on the hook. There's a real strong right hand just underneath the heart. And
Ali changed his tactics and spent much of the fight leaning against the ropes.
backs up. About 45 seconds left. Foreman misses the right hand. Ali scores with his own right. Ali, of course, has protection around that area he was being hit by.
This strategy, later known as rope-a-dope, frustrated Foreman as Ali easily caught him with clean counters to the face.
Oh, a great left hand taken on the face of George Foreman. Ali scored 3 in a row. Ali's face is not marked.
As the fight wore on, Foreman showed signs of tiredness as Ali's relentless assaults began taking a toll on him. In the 8th round, Ali found an opening and unleashed a devastating combination that sent an exhausted Foreman crashing to the canvas.
This time he worked over the shoulder of Foreman. This is a combination. 3, 4, 5, 6. Foreman gets up to the knee. 8. That's it. The fight is stopped. Muhammad Ali. A dramatic.
This victory made Ali a 2-time undisputed champion and represents one of the most incredible comebacks in boxing history. Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Oscar De La Hoya faced off in one of the biggest fights in history. Mayweather entered the bout unbeaten in 37 fights and was already a 4-division world champion. He was widely regarded as boxing's best pound-for-pound fighter, and he was moving up in weight to challenge for a world title in a 5th weight division. De La Hoya also had an equally impressive resume, having won world titles in 6 weight divisions. After reclaiming the WBC light middleweight title with a knockout victory over Ricardo Mayorga, he agreed to face Mayweather in one of the biggest pay-per-view events in boxing history.
All business on his face. Here we go.
De La Hoya acted as the aggressor early on, using his jab to pressure Mayweather and keep the challenger on the back foot.
Mayweather getting through more shots. Lead now and then. There's some body shots. Cut him off. Doing a pretty good job, but he missed that shot. Comes to almost to its feet. And then I say that, he gets
to Floyd Mayweather and just see what develops.
Hey, listen, I don't think Floyd can... Oscar trying to line him up again. Sneaky right hand in for that one. It doesn't hurt. He's got to come through it. There's a couple of body shots.
And making this the round in which he has to make a statement. In terms
the power of Oscar. It's Oscar who's forcing the fight. Sneaky right hand.
Well, he has De La Hoya on him again, and his fight plan is starting to work.
He needs left hook right hand, steps a punishing shot.
Sort of in a trailing fashion. He's done his exits.
However, Mayweather showed impressive defensive skills and found success with sharp counterpunches and accurate right hands.
35 punches. He's very, very accurate.
And round 3 will be the perfect example of the ring being cut off by De La Hoya. You'll see the left hook by Mayweather, then Oscar De La Hoya is on him.
Now he lines up and Oscar backs up. Again, that punch is blocked. 9 may begin to take a toll.
Here, when he throws the hook, De La Hoya cuts off the ring and comes back
up. But he's in that position, folks, because he doesn't want this guy to run. He wants a very good round for Mayweather.
Oh, he really rocked Oscar coming in.
2, 3, and 4 in the judges' score sheet. He's not getting this round.
And good shots by De La Hoya.
Doesn't even up the round. Right back comes Floyd.
Maximized right there.
Well, those body shots can fight to be taking any toll. Sometimes, head up right now.
Oscar De La Hoya got there first that time.
Such magnificent shape. I think he's winning this 6th round.
As the fight progressed, Mayweather gradually adjusted to De La Hoya's rhythm. The champion wanted to draw Mayweather into a brawl, but he was content to counterpunch.
Having a good 7th round. Jab, jab, left hook or a straight right hand. But and that's partially blocked. 8th round, Floyd not doing enough now. See, these punches are being blocked. They look nice from him again, lingering in the kill zone.
And then he gets Mayweather dance out of difficulty.
This is a close round, but I think Oscar's won it.
Attempted numbers when pushed first over the last 4 to 5 rounds.
A lot of them are being blocked. Oscar's trained well for this guy, and because he trained against
it. He should start moving side to side because.
Although De La Hoya seemed to be the busier fighter, Mayweather landed more clean punches while evading incoming punches from the challenger.
Waltzing into the kill zone without throwing, and he pays. Every time he's from Oscar's, we go through 10, 11, and 12.
Because earlier in the fight, he was on him when he did that.
Well, he didn't have to pay that time, but he will. And he's not throwing. Perfect, tailor-made for counterpuncher with speed. He's trying to hunt him down. Makes the mistake again of entering the kill zone without clinic against arguably the most. Set him up for the right hand. Bang! Over the ear. They're so sharp. See him countering him. Oscar trying to do what he can, but wide counter.
If he does not win this fight, Oscar De La Hoya will have to look back. De La Hoya pouring it on. Mayweather's been the better boxer and a good right hand.
I got it a draw. What do you like it? How do you like it? How about that?
And they want to still go at it.
After 12 closely contested rounds, Mayweather earned a split decision to capture the WBC light middleweight title.
And new WBC super welterweight champion of the world, Pretty Boy.
The victory made him a 5-division world champion and further cemented his reputation as boxing's best pound-for-pound fighter. In this explosive matchup, WBC champion Julio Cesar Chavez faced IBF champion Melrick Taylor in a light welterweight unification bout. Chavez entered the fight with an unbeaten record of 68-0, including 56 knockouts, and was widely regarded as the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. He captured the WBC light welterweight title by defeating Roger Mayweather, becoming a 3-division world champion. On the other hand was Taylor, an Olympic gold medalist who quickly established himself as one of boxing's brightest stars. He won the IBF title against Buddy McGirt
TNT Taylor
and remained unbeaten in 25 fights. Taylor made a brilliant start, using his incredibly fast hand and footwork to frustrate Chavez in the early going. Despite absorbing punishing body shots, Chavez continued to come forward and gradually regained control of the fight.
Por dentro con los disparos del segundo asalto. Con un uppercut con la izquierda y remató con un tiro derecho. Ya están en el último medio minuto de este cuarto episodio. Recuerde usted que la pelea es a 12 rounds de manos en el cuerpo a cuerpo. Además,
Chavez battered Taylor, leaving him bleeding from his nose and mouth with his face swollen. While Chavez landed the harder shots, Taylor was the busier fighter.
Derrotando a la Tabache Martínez en Los Ángeles, California. Al finalizar este episodio, a un ritmo como a usted le consta, bastante la lesión abajo del ojo izquierdo y combatiendo con la seguridad del que se siente firme. Se mete con Richard Steele, estaba utilizando tácticas ilegales. Melvin Taylor. Julio César necesita tirar golpes de abajo arriba para prender un hombre que se le hace un round dramático y sangriento. Julio César Chávez, el monarca superligero del Consejo Mundial Americano. Ahí están en el 11º episodio. Aquí está la oportunidad. Seguido y sensacional.
Coming into the final round, Taylor was comfortably ahead on 2 of the 3 judges' scorecards and appeared just moments away from the biggest victory of his career. However, with less than 20 seconds remaining, Chavez floored Taylor with a barrage of punches.
Le dobló las piernas con un derechazo, a punto estuvo de ponerle la lana y ahora aquí a la lana y aquí hacen erupción los volcanes del mundo, todos los volcanes del mundo haciendo erupción. Se acabó la pelea por nocaut técnico,
Taylor managed to beat the count, but the referee stopped the fight with just 2 seconds left on the clock. The stoppage was met with widespread criticism, prompting a rematch between the 2 men 4 years later. This time around, Chavez left no doubt as he won by a clear 8th-round knockout victory. What is your favorite boxing matchup ever? Leave your answer in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications for more videos.